So a string of Chinese data this morning, mostly better than expected. We are going to get central bank speak from the likes of the European Central Bank's Lagarde, as well as the Reserve Bank of Australia's Lowe, or the RBA, later in the day. When it comes to the RBA, they're going to release minutes from the latest meeting tomorrow morning. There's also going to be some U.S. retail data, earnings as well from retail giants like Walmart and Home Depot. And when it comes to Tuesday, though, bit of a focus on oil, not because of API's oil inventories reading, which last time around, real contrast between it and EIA. It showed a significant drawdown. EIA ended up showing a surplus, but the reason has to do with the OPEC Plus technical meeting, where, according to unconfirmed reports, well, its members are more than fully compliant, and clearly there's been light at the end of the tunnel following last week's Pfizer-BioNTech news on the vaccine front, as markets continue that rotation into economically sensitive stocks. But for Wednesday, if we take a look at EIA's more encompassing estimate when it comes to U.S. crude oil inventories, the expectation for a lot of the majority long oil traders has been that we'll see successive drawdowns. That hasn't been the case. It's been quite mixed. We did get a surplus last week. There's also going to be consumer price index figures elsewhere out of UK, Eurozone, and Canada. For Thursday, in this case, we're going to get some more U.S. housing data and unemployment claims, which last time around did drop to about 709,000. Its previous revised higher. But there are no central bank decisions for the FX majors this week, but there is a big one when it comes to the emerging markets, and that's the Turkish central bank. So far, Turkish lira, it suffered record lows, and then it surged back up following the replacement of its central bank governor and its finance minister. So the expectations are that there's going to be a real shift when it comes to monetary policy, and that means that expectations are for a big increase when it comes to interest rates. We'll see whether or not they're going to be able to live up to expectations and pacify investors, both foreign and domestic. Now, what about Friday? In this case, we are going to get for the U.S. Baker Hughes oil rig count, which last week showed another consecutive increase. It's trying to claw back lost territory, especially from the 670 plus pre-pandemic figures we saw when it came to U.S. active oil rigs. Those of you trading the pound, be on the lookout for any updates when it comes to Brexit negotiations, and in general for market participants to be on the lookout for any updates on the vaccine front, given Moderna is expected to release its preliminary results.